Very pleasant good morning. We are studying the course 19 UCE 503 Design of Reinforced Concrete Elements. In that, we have started to learn columns. In today's class, we are going to study about column reinforcement. I am Dr. Jeyaprabha, Professor and Head, Sethu Institute of Technology, Pullur Kariyapati. Here we can see three types of columns. Here is a rectangular column. Here is a rectangular column, and here we have a circular column. Here another circular column. The difference between these two circular columns are, if you see very carefully, here we have discrete lateral ties. Here we have spiral lateral ties. That is the difference between these two columns. Before going, we will see the reinforcement detailing one by one. These bar, the vertical bars are called longitudinal reinforcement. Another bar which is tying all the four reinforcement here. This bar is tying all the four reinforcement. This is called lateral tie. Since it is tying in the lateral dimension, it is called a lateral tie. So we have two reinforcement in a column. One is longitudinal reinforcement and another one is lateral reinforcement. In today's class, we are going to learn how to find out the spacing of lateral ties. Okay. The lateral ties, it may be a rectangular lateral tie, or if the column is a circular column, the tie will be circular lateral tie. Sometimes the lateral tie may be a spiral lateral tie also. How do you calculate the tie spacing in RC column? The spacing of lateral ties in our RC column should not exceed the smallest of the following. What are all the things we have here? 16 times the diameter of the longitudinal bar. The least lateral dimension of the column, 300 mm, whichever is smaller. We have to find out these three parameters, and the spacing should not exceed smallest of these three parameters. First, we will see the first component. What is first component? 16 times the diameter of the longitudinal bar. What is longitudinal bar here? This dot, this is longitudinal bar. Suppose if the diameter is some 16 mm, we have to find out 16 times the longitudinal bar. That is first step. Then second step is the least dimension of the column. How many dimensions we have for this column? 600 mm. And 450 mm. What is least size? 450 mm is the least size. So the second step, the least dimension of the column is 450 mm. Third step, 300 mm. So we have to find out the three parameters, 1, 2, 3. Smallest of these three parameters is called spacing of lateral tie. That's all. That's all about today's question. This is how we are finding the spacing of lateral tie. Okay.